So I got a question, obviously for the YTPC. So I made a video recently, and I posted it today, asking about if C&D had any contra blends. Now, a few of you jumped on board and was like, tons, and I get that. I did my research before making the video. I'm aware they make tons, but I think one of you on there said the person in charge likes a lot of Kia. They throw that in everything. That's why I made the video, because I can't have a lot of Kia due to my asthma. But I saw one person recommend Haunted Bookshop. And since I've started smoking pipe from, like 4 years ago to now, I've always wanted to try Haunted Bookshop, and that was my goal when I came back, was to get some. But when I came back and had the issue with the whole asthma thing, I was immediately told to stay away from Latakia and Perique due to their process. And to be perfectly honest, I just kind of sort of trusted it because, I used to smoke a lot of Englishes. I know kind of sort of what to expect from an English. And so in my mind, I was just thinking, oh, that's kind of obvious. Yeah, no, fine. Well, somebody commented Haunted Bookshop. And so I went to look it up because I'm like, I know, like, in the back of my mind, that was one of those ones that I wasn't supposed to smoke because of something in it. But I can't remember what it was. So I went and looked. And it has perique, not Latakia. And so I went to look up perique. And through going down the rabbit hole, I found out that perique is not made anywhere even close to how Latakia is made. It's not even like a smoky thing. It's peppery and fruity, I believe. And like made in a completely different way. So now that's got me very confused. For maybe the one person that sees this that knows anything, what would be your reasoning to not smoke perique if you have asthma? Because through this whole process of me coming back, I've mentioned this to a few people. And every time I've mentioned it, people are like, oh, I could see why you're not supposed to smoke Latakia or perique. And maybe it's because it's usually in Englishes and they're just kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. But as like a standalone ingredient without Latakia, without it being in an English, I don't see any reason why I couldn't smoke it. And so I'm curious if anyone out there actually knows why. Because if obviously I tried Googling it, and you can't Google that without Google telling you you're going to die. So, because if you actually Google, can you smoke a pipe with asthma, they'll tell you no. Can you smoke burley with asthma? No, because you're not, toward Google, supposed to smoke in general with asthma. So getting a straight, logical reason of why you can't smoke perique without it just being like you're not supposed to smoke with asthma, you're not going to be able to find. So anyone that might have asthma or has dealt with this in the past, have any sort of logical reasoning as to why I shouldn't smoke perique without Latakia with asthma? Because to my knowledge, I've smoked everything pretty much so far without any issues. Down the rabbit hole of like trying to find an answer, I come across a couple of Reddit pages where people were talking about smoking with asthma. And a few people mentioned that there's like certain blends here and there that they noticed it kind of triggers their asthma. But they didn't say anything specifically. They were just like, over the years of smoking, there's been a handful of things that kind of bothered them, so they stay away from those. And then I saw a couple other people talking about like very heavy propylene glycol, I think, coated aromatics, which I'm not really worried about because I don't really care for aromatics that much. and the majority of the ones that I do like don't have propylene glycol. So, anybody that can help me with any sort of actual knowledge, let me know, because if there's no like legit reason why I shouldn't or couldn't smoke perique without latakia in haunted bookshop, let me know, because I don't mind trying it. I think it's a little higher in nicotine, so that might kick me in the butt because I'm not used to higher nicotine pipe tobacco. Cardinal's my basic go-to, but yeah, um, I don't know. I've always wanted to smoke haunted bookshop. That was like number one on my list. One like back before I quit smoking the first time, and now that I'm back, I still very much would like to try it. And I've kind of sort of stayed away from it because the whole perique thing. But if I can smoke perique without latakia, so be it. I don't have a objection, but I also don't want to do it and it triggers something. Obviously, it's my body. Obviously, like I could get some and test it, but I'm also not like curious to go out here and spend 20, 30 bucks on a tin of haunted bookshop and have to go to the hospital from smoking it. So I don't know. I'm kind of trying to feel out like the community first, see what you guys think, and if the consensus is try it, then if I can get my hands on some, we'll see. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think, because I'm kind of curious now, because mind has been blown. Praise Jesus in the next video.